Good afternoon and welcome to Fairfield, California. We're here at Vanden High School where the Solano Mudcats get set to take on the West Coast Kings on this very sunny and extremely windy day. For Solano College Sports Network, I'm Stephen Babb, and joining me in the booth tonight is Nathan Farmer. So this is our first broadcast of the Mudcats this season, so bear with us a little bit. We're getting our footing here as far as stats and getting to know these players a little bit better. Nathan, in your research and in your findings, what sticks out to you for either of these teams?
For me, what sticks out with the Mudcats is they have got a lot of really good hitters. Looking at Jack Pridey, he's hitting over 300, hitting almost 382, I believe, and it's he's like fifth or sixth on the team in hitting right now. So just looking at all these hitters that they have. Okay,
we're going to go ahead and get the starting lineup going for the West Coast Kings. We've got third baseman Stephen Wraith, followed by the DH Dylan Cole. Then we've got number 8 Justin Clark. Jaden Kebab is at first base. Logan Mendoza at second. Dylan McNeil behind the dish. Ricky Pato out in left field. Mike Winokur out in right. Jared Hedrick is playing shortstop, and Nick Croth will be towing the rubber for them. So Stephen Wraith is looking at no scoreboard that I can see. We'll get the count there for you in just a moment. There's been 2 pitches, and that is fouled back. Let's look to the umpire to see if we can get a count here in just a moment for you, and it is 1-2 to Stephen Wraith. That is Edgar Aki Cruz on the rubber for the Mudcats, and there is a strikeout for Aki Cruz to start off this game. Defensive alignment for the Mudcats. We've got from left to right in the outfield, we've got Angelo Zorn, Isaiah Verrett, and James Hartville. From left to right in the infield, Jack Pretty, Hunter DeRoe, Nick Dotson, and Eric Waldachuk over at first. Adam Chadwick will be behind the dish for the Mudcats, and Edgar Aki on the mound. And that first pitch there to Dylan Cole is a called strike. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of Edgar with the Solano Falcons. He was mostly a reliever with them, though.
And that is hit, but softly into shallow left field. It's going to drop. As I said, the wind here is definitely going to play a factor in this game.
Yeah, just watching the warm-ups with these two teams and with that one-line drive there, it's definitely going to be a learning experience here with this wind.
It's going to bring up center fielder Justin Clark. The righty steps into the box to face Aki on the mound. And that first pitch just misses the zone. 1-0 to Clark. Looks like Cole over there at first is taking a nice, sizable lead.
Yeah, Clark is coming off a solid year for Olone College where he hit .363.
And the 1-0 pitch. And that is in there, knee-high, inside corner. 1-1 is the count now to Justin Clark. The Key Cruz has a 1-0 record and a save for the Mudcats so far this summer. And that is knee-high outside corner, so a great change of location for Edgar. So it's a 1-2 count now. Justin steps back in the box. And the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball that doesn't quite break and sails quite high. It's a good job there by Chadwick.
It looks like he just probably lost his grip on that one as he grabbed some dirt.
From our vantage point, it's a little tricky to see all parts of the field here. And that is a big swing and a miss for another strikeout here in the top of the first. That's going to bring up first baseman Jaden Kebab.
With 2 outs, that brings up number 50, the first baseman, Jaden Kebab.
Jaden, a big righty. Showing that he has a commitment to Galveston for the fall, and that is hit high in foul territory. Running over is Waldachik, and he makes the catch to end the inning. What a great play battling the wind out there by Eric Waldachik for the third out, and that's going to do it. One stranded, still 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the first. It's going to be Isaiah Verrett, Wesley Galloway, and Jack Pretty.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Welcome back here to Vanden High School. Go ahead and run over the defensive lineup for the West Coast Kings. Left, right in the outfield, we've got Ricky Pato, Justin Clark, Mike Winokur out there in right. Third, all the way around the diamond to first, we've got Stephen Wraith, Jared Hedrick, Logan Mendoza, and Jaden Kebab over at first. Behind the dish for the West Coast Kings is Dylan McNeil and Nick Krauth toeing the rubber for the Kings. Leading off for the Mudcats, Isaiah Verrett playing center field. We've gotten to see Isaiah a bit when we called games over for the Solano Falcons. Isaiah is a great leadoff hitter, very speedy, great at getting on base, and does have some pop in his bat. We've seen him go yard a few times the past couple seasons.
As Verrett shows bunt there on the first pitch, but is it called strike?
Verrett is batting .290 for the Mudcats this summer. That is high and tight to even up the count. 1-1.
Looks like Krauth is definitely going to work with a lot of pace here.
That is hit softly, and there is the shortstop Hedrick to throw over to first to get the out. Very soft contact on that, and a good job by Hedrick there to play it on the one hop and get it over in first in time for that speedy Isaiah Verrett. It's going to bring up the DH Wesley Galloway. Galloway's hitting a .176 as he takes a big cut at that one. 0-1 now.
Krauth is committed to play at UConn, so he's definitely a Division I talent.
That pitch is just a bit outside, even up the count. And that is hit high into left field, but right there is Pato shielding from the sun, battling the wind, and puts it away for out number 2.
For the Mudcats, the third baseman, number 3,
Now,
Jack Brady.
Now up, third baseman Jack Pridey.
Corn Dog Erickson.
Jack's hitting 382 for the Mudcats. And that is hit high into shallow right field. Looks like second baseman is there battling the win. That's Logan Mendoza to end the inning. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Nick Krauth. Coming up to lead off the top half of the second will be Jaden Kebab, Logan Mendoza, and Dylan McNeil.
The EOPS program helps academically and economically disadvantaged students. We provide book vouchers and grants, counseling, special transfer and career services. EOPS has been a program in the California Community College system for 50 years as of 2019. Solano Community College is one of the most diverse community colleges in the nation. So if you're interested in the EOPS program, please stop by and fill out an application.
The EOPS, they help with counseling, like setting your classes and stuff up, registration, a couple of grants, books, even college tours and field trips.
It gave me a plan and let me know what I need to do to graduate as soon as possible. Also the books, I can't really afford the books. You know, you take a lot of classes and the books definitely help me out. They give you a voucher, you basically get books worth for $400 and that's a lot of money to be able to spend just on books.
They help me financially. They have a lending library that lends us books and laptops and calculators as well.
We invite you to apply to our program.
There is a correction there. It's Logan Mendoza that'll be leading off this inning. Kebab ended the first, so Mendoza will be followed up by McNeil and Pato. Mendoza is playing second base for the Kings. The righty steps in a key cruise, delivers, and that is fouled off right off the top of home plate, so 0-1 is the count. Edgar gets the signs and the pitch, and that is chopped high. Third baseman Pridey there, but called foul. So a quick 0-2 count now to Mendoza. And the 0-2 pitch is hit and chopped, almost exactly the same. Pridey there throws it over to first for the out. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Dylan McNeil.
Number 65, Dylan McNeil.
McNeil redshirted this year at University of San Francisco.
And that is a little too inside, 1-0. Yeah, USF has a great baseball program. And that breaking ball is in there. I think that was a breaking ball. A little hard to tell from our vantage point here. We're a little low and a little to the side. Nonetheless, the count's 1-1. And that is hit, but softly. And there in the hole is Dureau, but he's unable to make a throw. It's a good job just stopping it, keeping it from going in the outfield.
That brings up the left fielder, number 6.
Yeah, if that gets past Dureau, it probably could turn into a double based on where it was hit.
Up now, left fielder Ricky Pato. Pato will be playing for Sonoma State, and that breaking ball doesn't quite get it done. 1-0.
Yeah, Pato played his first 2 years of college ball at Diablo Valley down in Concord.
Old DVC. And that is hit sharply into center field. Verrett is making his way back to his left, but makes the catch. Great job out there by Isaiah Verrett. My wife went to Diablo Valley College 75 or so years ago. It's going to bring up Mike Winokur, right fielder for the Kings.
It's another West Coast Conference product. He redshirted this year at Pepperdine University.
And that pitch is low and outside. It's a very modest lead over at first by McNeil. The 1-0 pitch from Cruz is another breaking ball that doesn't quite get the job done. So 2-0 is the count now. This is possibly the windiest baseball game I've ever had the opportunity to call. Everything here on our desk seems to be moving. And McNeil gets back in time. Looks like he wanted to go, but it was a great job behind the dish by Chadwick.
Yeah, our setup out at Solano College is a little more sheltered than this, but it still gets pretty windy out there. This is definitely a lot more crazy.
Yeah, just the wind in general today is a lot faster than normal, and the 3-0 pitch misses low, so that'll be the first walk of the game by Aki Cruz. So 2 on and 2 out for the shortstop Jared Hedrick. Let's see what kind of lead McNeil takes over there at second. Looks like a pretty good one. Bird dogging a little bit over there, and the first pitch is in there for a called strike.
He definitely took a healthy secondary lead there. He got almost halfway to third, it looked like, from here.
Key checks on the runner and delivers the 0-1 pitch, and that is another high and tight to even up to count 1-1.
And he's definitely struggling with a little bit of command issues here.
Looks like Dodson's over there ready to cover the bag. Naki goes home with it, and it's 1-2 as that is fouled straight back.
It's definitely a lot of foul territory here behind home plate. Any ball to the backstop will definitely advance the runners.
With Dodson covering second, leaves quite a hole on the right side of the infield with 2 runners on. The 1-2 pitch, and that breaking ball gets the job done. So a big swing and a miss for Jared Hedrick. That's going to end it for the top half of the second. 2 runners stranded. Coming up next will be Harwell, Waldchuk, and Zorn.
Excited to be here for Welcome Week. Solano Community College welcomes all of our students back. We want students to feel welcome, to be part of a vibrant community, and understand that we go out of our way to make sure that you feel that there's a place here for you and a range of services to support you through your academic study.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, treasurer of the ASSC here at Solano Community College, and today we're just here handing out Scantrons, pencils, coffee, free hot chocolate, and all this stuff just to get our students to feel comfortable on the campus.
I'm staffing the Ask Me table this week, where we are answering students' questions and promoting the Solano College Promise, which makes your first year free if you attend full-time.
Hi, my name is McKaylee Mates. I'm the president of the Drama Club here on Solano's campus. We're here informing kids about what we're about. And we're here at Welcome Back Week, kind of introducing the new students into what we do here on campus. We're here with a lot of different clubs. If you can make it down, come see us.
And we're back here for the bottom half of the second inning. It'll be Harwell, Waldchuk, and Zorn. I just noticed the Mudcats are wearing an urban camouflage jersey today, the red writing, and across the front it says Dirty Cats. I like it. Or Dirty Fish, I'm sorry. It says Dirty Fish across the jerseys for the Mudcats.
That's just good family music right there.
So James Hardwell, the right fielder, gets set to step into the box. Big left-handed hitter.
I feel like Brian Wilson should be coming out of the bullpen right about now.
Harwell's hitting .290. 4 extra base hits for Solano. And that breaking ball is down in the dirt.
Now, one thing the Mudcats did not do in the first inning was take a lot of pitches. We'll probably make that adjustment here this inning.
And that fastball is in there, so that'll even up the count. 1-1 now to Harwell. And the 1-1 pitch, and that breaking ball gets in there for a called strike 2. Krauf gets set to deliver, and that is high to even it up once again. 2-2 now is the count to the left fielder. The lefty left fielder. And that is hit to the left side of the infield. It's bobbled there by Wraith. Picked up but not in time by Hedrick. So making his way down to first base on that error is Harwell, and that's going to bring up Eric Waldachuk.
Yeah, it looked like that ball took a tricky hop as it came off of the grass and hit the dirt. It just came up on him and he wasn't expecting it.
And that first pitch to Waldachuk is in there for a called strike. And that is hit to the left side of the infield, and it gets through. So Waldachuk will reach on a single, and that will advance Harwell to second and bring up the left fielder, Angelo Zorn.
Zorn is coming off a solid year for Occidental College. He hit over 300, hit 314 on the season.
Hitting 312 here for the Cats. So 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Still a 0-0 score. But the Mudcats are threatening here as that pitch misses outside. Winokur out there in right's giving up a lot of distance between him and the right field line. The 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss there by Zorn.
Yeah, I would imagine there's probably not going to be very many 2 fly balls that go right down the right field line. If it's going to go down the line, it's going to be a line drive with this wind.
Yeah, gusting from right to left out there. That pitch also misses high and outside. 2-1 now to Zorn. Zorn's got 2 doubles and a home run for Solano. And that just misses the zone to make it a 3-1 count. Kraft looks in, gets the signs, and checks the runners. And that pitch is high to load the bases with a walk. The first of the game for Kraft. It's going to bring up catcher Adam Chadwick.
Chadwick just graduated this past year from Vacaville High School, where he hit 306 for the Bulldogs. He's currently undeclared on where he's going to go to college next season.
So he's going to step in with bases loaded and nobody out. Kraut looks in to get the signs and delivers. And that is knee-high inside corner for a called strike. Kebab over there at first playing in on the grass. as that pitch is down in the dirt. Interesting defensive alignment there on the right side of the infield for the Kings. And that pitch misses high, so 2-1 is the count to the catcher, Chadwick. And that gets in there for a knee-high strike to even up the count, 2-2. Looks like the outfielders are playing a little shallow out there. Guard against a double. And that breaking ball is hit, but right at shortstop, Hedrick, who throws to second and to first to get the double play, but not before a run scores. And a runner advances to third, so the Mudcats take a 1-0 lead here. That's going to bring up number 4, Nick Dodson. Number 4 playing position number 4. I had the chance to see Dodson last year over at Solano. And that is chopped and foul down the third baseline.
And that double play for the Kings was one of possibly the best possible situation other than throwing the guy out at home. You minimize the damage here for this inning.
Absolutely. Bases loaded and no outs. They can somehow get out of the inning with only giving up 1 run. Kings got to be happy with it. And the 0-1 pitch to Dodson, and that is also fouled off, but way out of play. So quickly the second baseman's looking at an 0-2 count. Calling Nick's games for the Falcons the past 2 seasons. We really got to see him grow and mature into a great second baseman. And that breaking ball is in the dirt. And I don't believe was going to be called a strike. Maybe it was, but either way, Dodson took off down to first and was thrown out. So that's going to end the inning, but not before the Mudcats can pick up a run. So 1-0 as we head into the top of the third. So we're back here for the top of the third inning, and we're back to the top of the order for the Kings. It'll be Rafe, Cole, and Clark. For all of our Solano College Sports Network broadcasts, you can find them posted on our professor's website. That's Greg Poff. Search GREGPOFF for our television studio content, as well as all the games that we have had the opportunity to broadcast. As Rafe looks at his first pitch, and it's a big swing and a miss at that breaking ball, way out in front. We are having some technical difficulties with our Wi-Fi connection, so we apologize. We're unable to live stream, and that is hit high into left field. Shielding his eyes from the sun is Zorn, and it gets over his head all the way to the wall. Making his way to second with a stand-up double is Stefan Rafe. great piece of hitting there by the righty.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of that so far this season. He played for Napa Valley. He was definitely a thorn in the side of the Falcons a number of times.
It's going to be tough out there playing the outfield there today. The sun starting to move down right into the fielder's eyes, and this wind is just crazy. That's going to bring up Dylan Cole, the DH, and that's a first pitch swinging, but a little flare out to second baseman Nick Dotson there to put it away. So a good one pitch, one out after giving up that double for Akey Cruz. It's going to bring the center fielder Justin Clark up, who struck out his last at-bat in the first inning. One of Akey Cruz's 3 strikeouts so far in this game. And that breaking ball just misses the inside corner. That was a great pitch. Finally able to get a grip on that breaking ball after struggling with it so far today. So a 1-0 count now to Clark. And that misses high.
And Clark was an integral part in the O-Lone team that made it to the NorCal Finals for the California Community College Championship.
2-0 pitch, and that just misses according to home plate umpire. So 3-0 count now to Clark. Dotson holding the runner over there at second. Once again, a pretty large hole on the right side of the infield. And the 3-0 pitch, and that gets in there for a called strike. So runner on second, 1 out, and the 3-1 pitch, and that is chopped just foul past third base. So that's going to make it a full count now to the center fielder, Justin Clark. So Chadwick gets set behind the dish, putting down some signs. And a pitch from Edgar, and that is fouled back and out of play. So we're going to reset here with a full count. Dimensions of this field, down the lines is only 320. 380 out in center field. And the full count, and that is hit high into left field, back, and foul. I had no idea where that was going from my vantage point. Like, do I call a home run? Where's the umpire at? And it's foul. So a very long foul ball there. As we just mentioned, down the lines is only 320.
Yeah, that's one of the few spots we can't see from our vantage point here is down the left field line. But yeah, speaking of the dimensions, this has to be a lot smaller than what these guys are used to. It's probably at least 20 feet longer in every single direction at these guys' college stadiums.
Those of you scoring at home, it's about 106 yards with a 9-iron, and that is a ball. That pitch just misses the zone.
I guess the umpire signaled that was a hit-by pitch.
Well, all right. Either way, Justin Clark makes his way over to first, and that's going to bring up the big right-handed first baseman, Jaden Kebab. That is a knee-high strike in there for making a 0-1 count. So 2 on and only 1 away. That breaking ball in the dirt. Stephen Wraith out there doing some dancing as he leads off of second base. Be interesting to see if it has effect on Akey Cruz. And that is fouled high, back, and out of play. 1 and 2. The wind continues to kick out here. If I had to guess, I'd say it's gusting up to 45, 50. By far the windiest I've called. As all my papers are blowing around. And that is a big cut and just getting a piece of it to avoid the strikeout to keep it a 1 and 2 count as Chadwick wants to have a little chat with Edgar.
Brought to you by our concession stand. We got pizza.
It's a quick little conversation, and Chadwick is back behind the dish now. Harwell out there in right field is playing, shading more towards right center. Key Cruz checks on the runner, and an unnecessary head first slide by Wraith gets back safely. It's like both teams are playing to the wind and giving up the right field line. So Edgar checks the runner, and that big breaking ball gets Kebab swinging and way out in front. So a great pitch there from Akey Cruz. That'll be the 4th strikeout. All 4 swinging for Cruz. It's going to bring up Logan Mendoza, second baseman for the Kings. And that is hit out into center field. Running in is Verrett, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So after giving up a leadoff double, Edgar Akey Cruz is able to escape with no damage. So Mudcats still lead 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the 3rd.
When I'm not here, I'm here.
And when I'm not here, I'm here.
Here we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mudcats lead over the West Coast Kings 1-0. Leading off the inning for Solano will be Hunter Dureau. Then we head right back up to the top of the lineup with Isaiah Verrett, followed by Wesley Galloway.
Yeah, Hunter Dureau is another Vacaville product. He hit 400 this year for the Bulldogs, and he'll be heading up to Sac State this year to play for the Hornets.
In 2 at-bats, he's hitting an impressive 500. So he's 1 for 2 for Solano so far. Pitch from Kraut, and that is fouled back and out of play. Heads up. Game is moving quite well here, and that is another foul down the right field line. Nice pace. The 0-2 pitch, and that breaking ball just low. Nevertheless, a good pitch from Krauth.
Yeah, after Duro was late on 2 pitches, he thought he'd fool him with the curveball there.
And that gets him looking on the inside corner. That'll be the first strikeout of the game for Nick Krauth. He's going to bring up center fielder Isaiah Verrett. Made a couple great catches out there in center field already. Grounded out to the shortstop to lead off the first inning. And that breaking ball is in there for a called strike. Isaiah wouldn't mind getting a hold of one and taking advantage of the short fences out there. And that is hit sharply. And fielding it on a hop is Hedrick, and he gets over to first in time to get the speedy Verrett. Looked like that could have been a little bit of trouble there for Jared Hedrick, but he was able to come away with it cleanly. That'll be the second time Verrett goes down with a ground out to the shortstop. It's going to bring up designated hitter Wesley Galloway, who flew out to left field in his first at-bat.
One thing I just barely noticed is these guys aren't using metal bats, they're using wood bats. I don't know how I didn't notice the lack of that very distinct ping whenever somebody makes contact.
That first pitch misses, and that one is tipped foul. So 1-1 to Galloway. My scorebook threatening to fly away here. And the 1-1 pitch from Krauth, and that is high and outside. 2-1. And that is a big swing and a miss. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess there were 3 strikes because the first pitch was called a strike. So that'll end the inning. So Krauth goes down 1, 2, and 3 in that inning, picking up his first 2 strikeouts of the game. We'll be back with the bottom of the third. Excuse me, the top of the fourth, right after this.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn. We have a 100% pass rate with our examiner.
I'm Kevin Spolstra, instructor, Solano Community College Aeronautics. At Solano Community College Aeronautics program, we teach the students aviation maintenance. We teach them the general subjects, the airframe subjects, and the power plant subjects. The students will also be prepared to pass their multiple tests from the FAA. At Solano Community College, we also have a partnership with Delta Airlines. Through Delta Tech Ops, students that complete the program, they will be considered for employment as an aviation maintenance technician.
Thank you for sticking with us as we broadcast this game on YouTube. It will be posted a little bit after the game. Search Greg Poff, GREGPOFF, for all of Solano College Sports Network content. So we're here at Vanden High School, Fairfield, California, to see Solano Mudcats take on the West Coast Kings. Here we are in the top of the fourth. It'll be Dylan McNeil, followed by Pato and Winokur. McNeil singled back in the second inning. First pitch from McKee Cruz, and that is hit, and it hops right over the glove of Pridey. So McNeil will have his second single of the game. This one to lead off the fourth. Good job there covering by Duro for the second time this game to save a double. Bring up Ricky Pato, who flied out to Isaiah Verrett in center field back in the second.
Yeah, there's definitely been a lot of tricky hops there at third so far today.
And that is a big, slow curved ball that just misses the zone. 1-0 to the left fielder. Key Cruz checks on the runner over there at first and gets set and delivers. Pitch down in the dirt. What a good stop and catch there by Chadwick, hopping up, and he tosses to a Key Cruz, and the ball gets away from him. McNeil taking a good secondary lead over there at first as Edgar checks on him and delivers, and that is fouled off right off the ankle of Pato. That one's got a sting.
Yeah, he's got that shin guard there, but it hit it right next to the shin guard, not right on the shin guard.
It's usually how it happens. Catchers catch it off the foot where their guard's not covering. Hitters can be wearing a shin guard, and it'll be just above, just below. This is going to make it a 2-1 count now to Pato as he steps back in after taking a little walk off. And that is swung on and fouled back to even up the count 2-2. Looked like McNeil out there. It was about a third of the way down to second base before that was fouled off. Key Cruz is going to want to keep an eye on him over there. It's mostly a secondary lead that he's getting. And he's running, and that pitch is off the outside corner, throws it down high and away from the bag. Good job there by Dotson just to catch it. So that'll be a stolen base for Dylan McNeil. He had an incredible jump on that, timing Key Cruz's deliveries. So it is a full count now to Pato. And that is fouled back as well. So we'll reset here, 3-2.
It was interesting on that throw by Chadwick. He didn't even like pop up at all. He just kind of threw from his knees, and he still kind of overthrew second. He's definitely got a lot of arm strength back there.
Yeah, he does. That was a great job. But with a jump like that, you really don't have a chance. And there is another walk. So that'll be the second given up by Edgar. So that's going to be 2 on and no outs for Mike Winokur, who walked his first at-bat back in the second inning. So anything hit out to the outfield, I think the speedy McNeil will be looking to score here and tie it up in the top of the fourth. As it stands now, Solano leads 1-0 over the Kings. And there's a bunt, and it is a good one down the third baseline. Throwing it down to first, and it's in time. Great play there by Jack Pridey to at least get the out at first, as both runners do advance on that sacrifice bunt. Mission accomplished by Winokur. That's going to bring up Jared Hedrick.
That was a great play on both ends. A great bunt, exactly where you want it, with runners on first and second so that they can't throw the ball over to third and get the lead runner. And a great throw there by Pridey.
Hedrick struck out to end the second inning, as there is runner on second and third. Only one out, and that ball's in the dirt. 1-0. Kings definitely threatening here. The 1-0 pitch, and that's a big swing and a miss. Looked like Hedrick wanted to take the lead. Key Cruz looks in, gets the signs, and delivers. And that's another big swing and a miss by Hedrick. I'd like to thank you for listening to the Solano College Sports Network. I'm Stephen Babb. In the booth with me tonight is Nathan Farmer. And that is a third big swing and a miss from Hedrick. So let's see if Edgar Key Cruz is able to get out of this jam here after having 2 on and no outs. It's 2 on and 2 outs. As we're back to the top of the lineup with Stephen Wraith, Kings third baseman, who doubled to lead off the third, and that was a big cut and fouled it straight back for an 0-1 count. So Key Cruz gets set and delivers, and that's a big high breaking ball that doesn't quite break. Even up the count, 1-1. So 2 on and 2 out for Wraith, and that breaking ball gets there. That was the pitch that Key Cruz wanted. Great breaking ball.
Now he's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning unscathed.
That misses high. 2-2. Nick Dodson, the 2-strike count, makes his way back over into traditional second baseman placement. No longer holding the runner on. And the 2-2 pitch, and that is fouled back, so we'll reset again at 2-2. Waldachuk over there at first, playing a little deep. Otherwise, a pretty traditional defensive lineup. Duro at short, back on the grass, and charges in, and that is a big swing and a miss from Wraith for 2 back-to-back swinging strikeouts. Edgar Key Cruz pitches his way out of a jam as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Solano Mudcats lead 1-0.
The idea of this space is to allow students to be creative.
You get to design whatever you want. They help you get an idea, and then you can just go from there.
From 3D printing, laser cutting,
hydraulics, electronics.
It's incredible what people have done.
We had employers come in and tell us, we need these skills.
The teachers are really helpful.
Super supportive if you have no experience.
I've had a fantastic time. I've learned a lot.
Hi, Christine Manny, full-time instructor at Solano College Theater. Have you ever been interested in coming into theater? Come over to Solano College and find out what it's all about. You can take classes, you can be involved in many different ways, and just come talk with us. Check us out at www.solano.edu/theater.
So that was a short outing for Nick Krauth as he went 3 innings and will be replaced by Matt Vicencio, tall left-hander out there for the Kings. Just a recap on Krauth's game here today. 5 strikeouts. Oh, excuse me, no. Wrong side of my scorebook. There's 3 strikeouts and a walk giving up by Wraith. As Vicencio finishes up his warm-ups. Some fun out there being had by the Kings. Leading off the bottom of the 4th will be Jack Pridey.
Number 3, Jack Pridey.
For Vicencio, he was a relief pitcher for Los Medanos College. He racked up a 3.48 ERA in 20 2/3 innings pitched.
And his first pitch, and that is hit into left field for a single from Pridey. Oh, and it gets past the left fielder, Pato, out there, and making his way to second is Jack. Looks like we'll give him a single and then an error to reach second. Nonetheless, leadoff batter is standing on second base for the right fielder James Harwell, who also reached on an error to lead off the second inning. So not quite the way Vicencio wants to start off his relief appearance here in the bottom of the fourth. And that big slow breaking ball is just a bit outside. So 1-0 to Harwell as the lefty steps back in. And the pitch, and that is hit into center field. Running in is Clark, unable to make the catch. Going over to third is Pridey. He's going to reach safely. So Harwell with a single, but not without a great diving effort from Justin Clark out there, but he was able to knock it down, save any extra bases, and possibly a run. It's going to bring up Eric Waldachuk. He also singled back in the second inning. Vicencio checks the runners and delivers the pitch, and that is high and a bit outside. First baseman, a tall right-handed hitter. And the 1-0 pitch, and that breaking ball also misses just a bit outside. So we've got runners on the corners and no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Vicencio pitches, and a big swing and a miss there by Waldachuk. Some modest leads out there on the bases, and that is hit well into left field. Going back is Pato, and it's over his head. Pridey will score easily. Coming around is Harwell, and he's going to stand up at the plate. So a 2 RBI double by Eric Waldachuk. It's going to put Solano up 3-0. Harwell on his horse, making it all the way around from first base as that ball was hit well over the head of Ricky Pato in left field. That's going to bring out the Kings skipper. Have a little chat with Vicencio. So that'll bring up Angelo Zorn, left fielder for the Mudcats. We'll see if the home plate umpire goes and breaks up this mound visit. As he starts to make his way out, they all count to 3 and yell break. So we are in the bottom of the fourth. Mudcats lead 3-0 over the West Coast Kings. Stepping into the box, left fielder Angelo Zorn. It's a little chat with Dylan McNeil, the catcher. Vicencio looks in to get the signs from McNeil. It's a runner on second and no outs. And the pitch. And that is in there, belt high inside corner for a called strike.
Yeah, unlike the field out at Solano College, we can't see into the bullpen, so we can't tell you when a pitcher would be warming up like we could for a normal broadcast.
And that pitch just misses the zone. 1-1 to Zorn. Yeah, it's behind a fence. There is some movement over there for the Kings. Just can't quite tell who it is. Vicencio gets set, steps off the rubber as he shakes off a couple of signs from McNeil. And then gets set to deliver the 1-1 pitch. And that is a breaking ball inside, but hit well into left field and right over Pato's head once again. That is going to score Waldachuk, and Zorn is in safely to second with a double. That's the second time back-to-back that we've seen balls go over Pato's head, this time on a bounce. And it was just a high bounce way out of his reach. So we're going to give Zorn a straight-up double.
Yeah, sometimes with these high school fields, there's just some little hidden potholes because you don't get the same quality that you would get for a college stadium or even like a minor league stadium.
And that scored Waldachuk from second, and that's going to bring up Adam Chadwick. And that pitch misses the zone. So 0-1 now to the catcher. Excuse me, 1-0 to the catcher.
No, it's 4. It was 1-0 coming in.
The Mudcats now lead 4-0 over the Kings, and that is in there, knee-high, inside corner. Chadwick not too sure about the call. Grabs a little dirt to reset before he steps back into the box. Angelo Zorn out there on second base. Still no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch from Vincenzo. That breaking ball is hit back just over the stands to make it a 1-2 count.
Hit something over there. It was a loud bang when that one came down.
Probably just some bleachers. There is a football field just behind the diamond that we're sitting at. So 1-2 count now to Adam Chadwick. And that is hit right over to the shortstop. Bobbles once, throws over to first, and he gets it there in time. So a good job by Jared Hedrick sticking with the play after he bobbled the exchange to get the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up second baseman Nick Dodson.
Number 4, Nick Dodson.
So a runner on second in scoring position with 1 out for Dodson. Dodson struck out back to end the second inning. And a big cut there from Nick. 0-1. Vincenzo gets set. And he turns around to check on the runner at second. Zorn gets back safely. And the 0-1 pitch. That breaking ball is hit and fouled straight back as well. So a quick 0-2 count to Dotson. Matt gets set and delivers the 0-2 pitch, and that breaking ball misses inside. 1-2. Wind has actually blown a nice fine layer of dust all over my scorebook and notes here. And the 1-2 pitch just misses above the belt, but a great pitch there by Vincenzo.
Yeah, I think everybody here is still trying to figure out this umpire's strike zone.
And the 2-2 pitch. And that is hit. A little blooper into center field. Charging in and making a fantastic catch was Justin Clark. What a diving catch by Clark there in center field for the second out of the fourth inning.
And he was doing his best Superman impression out there, just putting no regard for his body, putting his body totally on the line there.
That's the second soft hit ball out there to center field. The first one he was able to dive and knock down, but this one making a fantastic play. It's going to bring up Hunter DeRoe, shortstop for the Mudcats, and that pitch is in there for a called strike. DeRoe struck out looking to lead off the third inning. That is fouled back and out of play.
It definitely seems like Vincenzo's found his groove here after that rough start to the inning. He's worked his way through these couple of hitters.
Gave up 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 unearned here in the bottom of the fourth. So he delivers the 0-2 pitch, and that is outside and in the dirt. Vincenzo's given up 2 doubles, a single, and had the leadoff hitter reach on an error. And that pitch is in the dirt and squirts away from McNeil. But Zorn will stay over there at second base.
Yeah, he did a good job of keeping that one in front of him. And the way it bounced, it went towards third base, so it wasn't Zorn definitely wasn't going to test the arm of McNeil there.
Came close to hitting Dureau in the foot. And that is hit, chopped right back up the middle. Vincenzo stabs at it, makes a great catch, throws over to first to end the 4th inning, but not before the Dirty Fish put 3 up to add to their lead, which is 4-0 over the Kings. We'll be back with the top of the 5th right after this.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
I'm Diego Moyano. I'm a USTA lead national coach. We are here at Solano College Courts trying to win this 100,000 that North Bay put together, and hopefully we can get the trophy.
The DH, Dylan Cole, followed by Justin Clark, then Jaden Kebab, to lead off the top half of the 5th inning, where the Solano Mudcats lead over the West Coast Kings 4-0. Dylan Cole is 1 for 2, flying out to the second baseman in his last at-bat. Keith Cruz gets set to deliver, and that pitch is inside corner for a called first strike. And that just misses the zone to even it up, 1-1 to Cole. And the 1-1 pitch is delivered, and that is high and in tight.
Seems like the wind is picking up even more as we get later into the afternoon.
And that is hit high, and there is... The wind took that one pretty far.
I think everybody lost that one.
It looked like it was going to be down the first baseline, and Waldachuk started charging in, and it landed right back here in front of us as we're... If you're facing home plate, we're down and to the right. Gonna blame that one on the wind, but it's gonna even up the count, 2-2. And that is hit well into center field. Isaiah Verrett's gonna have to pick it up on a hop. So a leadoff single here in the top of the 5th for the Kings. It's gonna bring up center fielder Justin Clark. Clark's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he got hit in the elbow by a pitch in his last at bat. So a good start to the 5th inning here for the Kings. And that breaking ball is in there on the inside corner for a called strike. And there's that wind. Oh, yay. So we have to hold everything down here on the table as Keith Cruz checks on the runner over there at first, getting back safely, Dylan Cole. Clark digs back into the box. The wind is whipping around home plate there. And that breaking ball is a beautiful pitch in there for called strike 2.
Yeah, it just froze him up there. Didn't know what he was throwing there.
Sounds like everything's blowing around over here. And that is a big swing and a miss with that high fastball. It's going to get Justin Clark with a swinging strikeout for the second time this game. So 1-on-1 out for Jaden Kebab.
That brings up the first baseman, number 50, Jaden Kebab.
Big right-handed hitter. He checks the runner and delivers, and that breaking ball just misses. Cole at first. Looks like he's getting a good secondary lead. Kings already have 1 stolen base this game, and that is just fouled at the plate. Looked like Cole was running on that one, so it's going to be a 1-1 count now to Jaden. Bob struck out and grounded out to short. So he's 0 for 2. And that is a big cut. So 1-2 to Kebab. He checks the runner. And that is a broken bat right at us. You okay, Nathan?
I think so.
So that broken bat was a little bit of a missile right towards us here in our booth.
Directly at us.
But he dribbled that over to Pridey, who throws it over to second, get the lead runner to end the inning. So no damage done, and that's going to bring us to the bottom half of the 5th. And we're going to be at the top of the order for the Mudcats, Verrett, Galloway, and Pridey.
Hi, Ginger Kane, dance faculty here at Solano Community College. I'm excited about our upcoming AA dance degree that has been developed just recently. We offer dance production, swing, ballroom, hip-hop, jazz, modern, and ballet. We also are part of the ADT kinesiology degree, as well as the interdisciplinary studies degree, and for the general ed requirement for physical education. Please join up. It's a great way to meet new people, socialize, and make new friends. You do not have to be a dancer to sign up for a dance class.
We have everything that an automotive shop would have, or even a dealership would have.
If you guys are interested in automotive at all, go to Solano Community College. Check out the automotive program. It can be a career path for you, just like what I'm doing, or it could be an extreme hobbyist, an enthusiast.
If you really like cars and learning stuff all the time, then this is the best place to go.
Welcome back. So we watch Isaiah Verrett make his way to the plate. Everybody's still trying to collect their bearings. So that broken bat shook everybody up. Verrett is 0 for 2, grounding out to the shortstop in both of his at-bats.
I wouldn't say it was everybody. I think it was just me.
And that pitch misses.
Still not used to all this stuff coming straight back at us.
Yeah, fouled balls are a little bit easier to handle. Broken bat seems like it could actually get through the chain link fence here. And that is a called strike, so 1-1 to Isaiah. And a big swing and a miss from the younger brother of Jason Verrett, DB for the San Francisco 49ers. And that pitch misses outside to even up the count, 2-2.
Is he really the younger brother?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Last time I spoke to Isaiah, we did an interview in the studio at Solano, and that's a big swing and a miss. But to finish up that thought, he was undecided on where he was going to go, and last minute committed to UC Davis. So we're going to stay semi-local, but still go to a school with a great program. It's going to bring up Wesley Galloway. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that is a big breaking ball in there for a called strike. So it really looks like Vicencio's settled down out there after some trouble back in the fourth. And that fastball just misses the zone. McNeil behind the dish liked the pitch. Lets his pitcher know, and that hits Galloway. So he'll trot down to first. It's going to bring up third baseman Jack Pridey. And here comes the skipper out to talk to Vicencio. And that's going to do it for Matt. Let's see who the Kings come in with in relief. It's either 58, 68, could be 48. And it's
68.
68.
That's
as we
Andrew
check
Meyer.
our notes. And it's Andrew Meyer. So he gets warmed up here.
He's going to be heading to the Pac-12. He's going to be playing for the University of Utah. This past season in his senior year of high school, he had an ERA just over 1 in 76 and a third innings pitched. So definitely he's definitely a good enough pitcher to handle the very tough Pac-12.
Since I've did full-time play-by-play for Solano this season, tuned into quite a few Pac-12 games. Listening to one of my favorite broadcasters, Roxy Bernstein, especially when he's teamed up with Wes Clements. A couple of great broadcasters.
Yeah, I haven't had the chance to hear him on a baseball broadcast, but he's definitely very good at basketball. I love him when he's paired with Bill Walton.
Yes.
They definitely vibe with each other pretty good.
I chat with those two gentlemen from time to time on Twitter. I asked Roxy one time how to keep from getting fried doing a basketball game. You know, it's so fast-paced, and at Solano we do double headers, and just by the end of it, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
So I kind of asked, if he had any hints, any advice for me. He simply replied, "I call games with Bill Walton. I am always fried by the end of the game." So I guess I'm fortunate, is what he's saying. So that's going to bring up third baseman Jack Pridey, who turned 2 to end the top half of the inning.
Number 3, the third baseman, Jack Pridey.
Pridey reached on an error in his last at-bat and came around to score in that 3-run fourth inning. And throwing over and checking on the runner at first is Meyer, but getting back safely, Galloway. Solano, and checking on the runner once again, but just getting back under the tag.
Yeah, Galloway's showing no ill effects from that hit by pitch. He's definitely taking a healthy lead over there at first.
And the first pitch to Pridey is high and tight. Solano leads 4-0 here at Vanden High School, Fairfield, California. Nice, sunny, and insanely windy. And that is fouled off at the plate. So it's a 1-1 count now to Pridey.
Seems like everything here is shaking in the wind. From the cameras to our monitors and all that.
On deck is right fielder James Harwell. So 1 on and 1 away for Pridey. So he steps back in. It's a 1-1 count. Andrew Meyer looks in and checks on the runner, and the ball gets away from Kebab, making his way around second base. The speedy Galloway will reach all the way to third on that pass pickoff attempt. So a great piece of base running there by Wesley Galloway to put himself on third base. Couldn't quite tell where the ball got past Kebab at first. It might have been low and in the dirt. And that is a big swing and a miss for a 1-2 count now to Pridey. Galloway definitely showing his speed out there on the bases. And that pitch misses the zone to even up the count, 2-2. And that breaking ball is down in the dirt.
A great block there by McNeil. If that ball gets to the backstop, Galloway most likely scores from third.
As it was, he took about 12 steps off the bag. That's a full count now to Pridey. Meyer looks in and delivers, and that is a swing way out in front of a breaking ball that trailed off at the end of the plate. So Pridey goes down swinging. That's going to bring up Harwell.
For the Mudcats, the right fielder, number 15, James.
To lead off the second, Harwell reached on an error. And in the fourth, came around after a single, came around to score. So he stepped into the box with 2 outs and a runner on third. And that pitch is right in there for a called strike. Harwell hitting .290. 4 doubles, and that is chopped up right back up the middle. And the second baseman, Mendoza, is not going to be able to make a play. So he caught that on the run and was just a little bit out over his cleats. So that's going to score Galloway from third. 5-0 now. The Mudcats advantage over the West Coast Kings. As Eric Waldachuk makes his way into the box. We're going to go ahead and give Harwell a hit on that, as that was going to be a really tough play for Mendoza at second. That first pitch is in there. 0-1. And that breaking ball is a beauty. Way out in front is Waldachuk. So it's an 0-2 count now to Eric, the first baseman for Solano. It's a very modest lead by Harwell at first. And that is a big swinging strikeout, but the ball was in the dirt. And it won't matter. That'll end the 5th inning, but not before another run is added to the Solano lead, making it 5-0 as we head into the top of the 6th.
Hi, my name is Eric Visser. I'm in my 5th year as the athletic director of Solano College. To experience community college and its mission has been an outstanding experience. Solano College has a very rich tradition in intercollegiate athletics dating back to 1947. I'm very proud to communicate that rich tradition is still being continued with fine young men and women that represent Solano College on and off the court. In the fall we have the volleyball program. We have a very successful women's soccer program. We have both men's and women's basketball. And then we transition to 4 programs: baseball, of softball, men's women's tennis, and men's and women's swimming. It is our mission to excel our programs and our student athletes in academics. All of our student athletes are committed to give back to the community. And we would invite you to be a part of Solano College Athletics by visiting our website www.solanoathletics.com, and you feel a warm welcome at Solano.
Due up for the Kings, we've got Logan Mendoza, Dylan McNeil, followed up by Ricky Pato, as the wind is still kicking and whipping out here at Vanden High School in Fairfield, California.
Together once again for this young man.
Edgar Akey Cruz is still on the mound for the Mudcats.
Smile. Thanks a lot, Corn Dog.
Akey Cruz has 7 strikeouts. He's hit a batter and thrown 2 walks. Mendoza steps in, and the pitch from Akey Cruz is in there for a called strike. Third base coach makes his way over there. And the 0-1 pitch is down low.
Yeah, it's definitely been a solid outing here by Edgar. As we were saying earlier, he's been primarily used as a relief pitcher over at Solano Community College for the Falcons, but he's definitely taking the starting here.
That pitch high and tight to make it a 2-1 count. Mendoza's 0 for 2. The ground out and a fly out, and a big swing and a miss there. Make it 2-2. And that is high, so we're now looking at a full count. So Edgar looks in and gets set to deliver the 3-2 pitch, and a big swing and a miss to add another strikeout to the day for Edgar Akey Cruz. It's going to bring up the catcher, Dylan McNeil. Dylan's 2 for 2, the stolen base.
He's had a solid day behind the plate, too. He has made some very good blocks and snags.
And that pitch misses inside and squirts away from Chadwick. Yeah, McNeil's definitely been busy behind the dish for the Kings. And that is hit high and back out of play. Akey Cruz is ready and for the 1-1 pitch, and that is high. Looks like Akey Cruz is starting to pick up his pace just a little bit. This time, taking his time and rubbing up the ball. And that is hit out into right center. Making his way over there is Harwell, and he makes the catch. So it looks like playing off the line and shading towards right center really paid off right there, as Harwell was able to get to that one easily for the second out, and that's going to bring up left fielder Ricky Pato. Ricky's flied out to center and walked. And that pitch misses low. We've seen Pato have a little bit of a rough time out there in left field, battling the sun and the wind. And that is a big cut, but unable to connect to make it a 1-1 count. And that pitch misses inside. Moving along here, the top half of the 6th inning. Solano leads, and that is hit right back up the middle into center field, so Pato will reach safely with a 2-out single. As I was saying, Solano leads 5-0 over the West Coast Kings. Here in Fairfield, California, not too far from Travis Air Force Base, as we watch a rather large cargo plane fly out beyond center field. to bring up Mike Winokur, right fielder for the Kings. He's walked and has a sacrifice bunt.
Now batting Eric Whitaker.
And that is hit softly. There's shortstop Duro to catch the little flare. So the Kings are going to leave one stranded. Solano leads 5-0 as we head into the bottom of the 6th.
Excited to be here for Welcome Week. Solano Community College welcomes all of our students back. We want students to feel welcome, to be part of a vibrant community, and understand that we go out of our way to make sure that you feel that there's a place here for you and a range of services to support you through your academic study.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, treasurer of the ASSC here at Solano Community College, and today we're just here handing out Scantrons, pencils, coffee, free hot chocolate, and all this stuff just to get our students to feel comfortable on the campus.
I'm staffing the Ask Me table this week, where we are answering students' questions and promoting the Solano College Promise, which makes your first year free if you attend full-time.
Hi, my name is McKaylee Mates. I'm the president of the drama club here on Solano's campus. We're here informing kids about what we're about. And we're here at Welcome Back Week, kind of introducing the new students into what we do here on campus. We're here with a lot of different clubs. If you can make it down, come see us.
We are back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Andrew Meyer still out on the mound for the Kings. We've got Angelo Zorn, followed by Adam Chadwick, and then Nick Dotson for Solano here. Looks like we do have a defensive change as Jaden Kebab is out and John Waite is in over at first base. As that first pitch is in the dirt back to the backstop. And the 1-0 pitch from Meyer is in there. 1-1. And that is a called strike to make it a 1-2 count to Angelo Zorn. Angelo has walked and hit a double. And a pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Chadwick. 2-2.
Yeah, that ball bounced a good 2 or 3 feet in front of home plate. That was definitely an easy take there for Zorn.
And that is hit and fouled back. So we'll stay at 2-2. It's a pitch that former Giants reliever Jeremy Affelt would call a scud. Timmy Lincecum used to get a lot of swinging strikeouts with that pitch as well. Fun fact, Jeremy Affelt has a ranch in Texas called Scud Ranch. How the lefty reliever made his living. And the 2-2 pitch, and that once again is fouled back and out of play. So we'll reset once again, and the pitch from Meyer, and that is hit down the left field line to keep it 2-2.
Yeah, Zorn's doing a good job here fighting off these pitches, just staying alive. The last 2 ones just trying to fight them off.
And that misses to make it a full count to the left fielder. And this wind is just getting a little out of hand. And that is a walk to lead off the bottom half of the 6th. That's going to bring up catcher Adam Chadwick.
Yeah, that was a good at bat there by Zorn, just fighting off pitches, trying to stay alive, and then he manages to work the walk.
Chadwick got an RBI back in the 2nd and rounded out to short his last at bat. Solano leads 5-0 over the West Coast Kings. And that first pitch is called strike. And that misses the zone. So 1-1 now to Chadwick. Good lead over there on first base by Zorn. At first base by Zorn. And that is low. 2-1. Looks like there still might be some activity over in the bullpen for the Kings.
Yeah, pretty much all we can see is shadows, so we can't really tell much.
And that was fouled right at me. I was ready to make the play. Unfortunately, there is a fence in my way.
There's a good thing there's a fence there.
Oh, I would have caught it. Come on.
No, I'm talking about that broken bat that was coming straight at us last few innings ago.
That's true. I may have been calling a solo broadcast. And that pitch breaking ball is in there for a called strike 3. So there's 1 on and 1 away for second baseman Nick Dodson. Nick has struck out and flown out. I could have called you Nate the Impaler.
I mean, the impaled.
Fence. Yeah.
Not impaler.
Oh, there you go, the impaled. I should pay attention in school. Meyer checks on. Zorn over at first. Zorn gets back safely. And there's a big swing and a miss from Dodson. And the 0-1 pitch is off the outside corner. Temperature is starting to go down a little bit as the shadows get longer and the sun starts to go down. And that pitch misses inside. And that is hit softly. There's second baseman Mendoza a couple steps back and makes the catch. Zorn hurrying back to first.
Our bat boy Giovanni Rossi. That brings up.
So there's 1 on and 2 away for shortstop Hunter Dureau. Hunter's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher. His last at bat, and that is in the dirt. And low in the dirt. And the pitch from Meyer, that fastball hits the outside corner. 1-1. Zorn with a healthy lead at first, and he's going to run to second on that wild pitch to move himself into scoring position.
It's the first ball we've seen get to the backstop today. That hasn't been a foul ball or anything like that.
Yeah, McNeil's definitely done a good job back there. But that pitch outside and in the dirt with some speed on it was just a little too difficult to get a glove on. And that breaking ball gets right in there in the zone to even up the count. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch, and that's inside. So Dureau now looking at a full count. Runner on second, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Dirty Fish 5, West Coast Kings 0. And that is dribbled down the first baseline. Right there, the new first baseman, Waite, grabs it and tosses it over to Meyer to end the inning. So 1 stranded as we end the 6th. When we come back to the top half of the 7th inning. We've got Hedrick, Wraith, and Cole. We're back in the top half of the 7th inning. The Mudcats have a new pitcher, and his name is Brandon Chalk. So that's going to end the day for Edgar Akey Cruz. Edgar's got 8 strikeouts. He hit a batter and also gave up 2 walks. So leading off here for the West Coast Kings, shortstop Jared Hedrick. I was just informed by my producer Brian Nelson that for the 7th inning stretch we're going to have a little in-game entertainment. So we will not be going to a break. We'll keep you locked here on the Solano College Sports Network. Oh, and I'm sorry, this is a pitch hitter for Hedrick.
It's like Colin
McCarthy into pinch hit. We'll see if he is a defensive replacement as well.
It's another guy from the West Coast Conference. He played for Loyola Marymount this season.
So he looks at a 1-1 pitch, and he hits it down the right field line. And that is a big diving catch by Nick Dodson. I had my view obstructed by the umpire who was making his way down the line, but Dotson there to make a diving catch behind first base. It's a little flare that I think the wind brought back to him as he was making his way towards the line.
Yeah, we've seen him do that a few times out at Solano College.
That's going to bring up the top of the order for the Kings. Stephen Wraith makes his way to the box. He's got 2 strikeouts and a double. And the pitch from Chalk misses the zone, so 1-0 now to Wraith.
And for Chalk, he's coming off a very solid senior year out at Vacaville High School. He had a 1.51 ERA and a perfect 9-0 record this season for the Bulldogs.
And it's a 3-0 count now to Wraith. Some good Bulldog knowledge there by you, Nathan.
I do my research.
Did you go to Vacaville?
Oh, no, I went to Fairfield.
What year did you graduate?
2016.
And that is hit out into left field, but right there to make the catch is Angelo Zorn.
I actually played with and against a couple of these guys. They're on the Mudcats. Played with Justin Banks for a couple years, and I played a few games against Isaiah, I believe.
He's going to bring up DH Dylan Cole. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. And that breaking ball is in there. In 2016. Great stop there by Chadwick. Even up the count 1-1.
Yeah, we've definitely seen some good backstops here today. They've been making good snags left and right.
And another good grab. 2-1 count. 2016. That is 16 years after I graduated high school. Just a little while. Chalk having a little trouble here with this command. It's a 3-1 count now. And that is hit high over by first base. There's Waldachuk and unable to make the catch. And it's in foul territory. Once again, my view obstructed by a catcher, an umpire, and a pitcher. So we'll come back here now. 3-2 count to Cole.
I could definitely see with the flight of that ball, you can see it was starting to tail towards the fencing, towards the Kings dugout, but the wind just pushed that one almost fair, but it still landed foul.
And 3-2 pitch is fouled back and out of play. Yeah, shocking with these 50, 60 mile an hour winds at the.
Yeah.
It's tough out there. Anything hitting the air is going to be difficult. And that breaking ball is hit almost in the exact same place, but this time Waldachuk is there and makes the catch. So that's going to end the top half of the 7th. When just a moment, we're going to have a little bit of in-game entertainment.
Suarez, recording artist, Osvaldo Suarez singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
As we're going to do "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," I'll go ahead and mute my mic. Nobody wants to hear me sing.
He's behind me, or he's next to me.
Hang on. Yeah. I will.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back on the boo for the Mudcats. If they know it's a shame. For this 1, 2, 3 strikes and nothing at all. Ball game and a woo.
One of my favorite parts about being at the ball game, 7th inning stretch. I could listen to "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" for forever. So the Mudcats take a 5-0 lead into the bottom of the 7th inning here. We've got Ryan Fleming out on the bump for the West Coast Kings. This will be their 4th pitcher of the game.
Fleming pitched for the College of San Mateo, where he had a rough year this year. He had a 9.26 ERA over 10 appearances and about 11 2/3 innings pitched.
So Verrett's 0 for 3 on the day as he steps in to the box. And that fastball is in there, inside corner for a called strike. And the 0-1 pitch, and that's a huge breaking ball that Isaiah is able to get a piece of. It's a good pitch there by Fleming. It's going to make it an 0-2 count now to Isaiah. And that is chopped foul down the third baseline. Once again, I've got a pole, a bar, a camera stand, and a batter in the on-deck circle. I cannot see anything down the left field line. That is hit high behind the second baseman, but right there is Winokur to make the catch. So that's going to bring up DH Wesley Galloway, who was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's also struck out and flown out to left field. The speedy left-hander steps into the box. The pitch from Fleming, and that is fouled back over our heads. And that is hit right back up the middle. The shortstop, Hedrick, is there to get it and make the throw down at first in time to get the speedy Galloway. That's 2 outs now for third baseman Jack Pridey.
Looks actually like we have a pinch hitter here. It'll be Josh Medina.
Oh.
Played for Sonoma State this past season.
And that first pitch is in there for a called strike. And the 0-1 pitch. That is a big breaking ball that doesn't quite break down far enough. Josh Medina is hitting .432 with a home run, a triple, and 5 doubles. So definitely a power bat in the box. It's 1-2 now.
The way he's loading up for his swing, it looks a lot like Justin Turner of the Dodgers. His little, just the way he holds his bat as he loads up for his swing.
That is hit, but right there is second baseman Mendoza to end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down for the Kings. We head into the top of the 8th. The Mudcats lead 5-0.
When I'm not here, I'm here.
And when I'm not here, I'm here.
We're here in the top of the 8th inning with a new Solano pitcher. We've got Ben Agigi. Ben's got a 13.50 ERA. Been in 2 games, so got a little roughed up there in his 2 outings. He's going to face Justin Clark. And it looks like John Waite on deck, so he'll stay in the game. So he stayed in the game. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I can't hear. Oh, there we go. As we finish watching Agee warm up, and Justin Clark makes his way to the box. Clark's 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch. 2 strikeouts. As Ben, the right-hander, is on the mound waiting for Clark. And that breaking ball is in there. A lot of called strikes on first pitches here today. Seems like both sides are taking. And that is hit in the gap on the left side of the infield. So Clark is going to reach with a single to lead off the 8th.
Number 73, J.D. White.
It's going to bring up J.D. White. So 1 on and no outs here for White, and that is a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0. And that's another breaking ball in the dirt, and that's going to get past Chadwick. Heading over to second is Justin Clark on that wild pitch. So 2-0 now to White.
I think we might have a new second baseman, but I can't make out the number. But it didn't look like a 4. Might be Jason Pridey.
It's 7. They're saying it's 7 sets.
And the 3-0 pitch.
Are you sure it's not 17?
Yeah, I know it's not Nick Dodson because he definitely has that full
yeah, it looks like
facial hair.
Might be. Not sure still. And there is a walk.
Unless Dodson shaved his face in between innings, I don't think that's the same guy.
I'm trying to get confirmation from one of our cameramen.
So he turned his back for a split second there, and I didn't see a 4, but I couldn't tell what it was.
Well, first 2 hitters for the Mudcats are on base safely for Logan Mendoza. Mendoza's 0 for 3, and that is chopped right back up the middle. There to make a good play was Duro, who gets the runner at second. But Mendoza is going to reach first on that fielder's choice. So now there's runners on the corners with 1 out for Dylan McNeil.
That is 17. That is Jason Pridey at second base.
So we've got the Prideys in the infield on third and second.
Actually, it looks like Josh Medina stayed in at third.
Oh. I can't see third base from here.
I got you. I got you.
Thank you. Thank you. So 1 Pridey out, 1 Pridey in. And that's a first pitch ball. Strike. And that breaking ball. Oh, and whipping over to first, but not in time. It's a great throw there by Chadwick, trying to see if he could get get Mendoza out there sleeping. So 0-2 now to McNeil. And that is fouled high back and out of play.
Just about got one of our camera guys over there on the third base line.
That was only 45 feet above his head. I think he would have been fine.
Can you get a shot of set?
I'm giving it a hard time. That did drop down rather close. Our cameramen should be equipped with gloves. And that is in the dirt, but a great block by Chadwick. So 1-2 to Dylan McNeil. As you mentioned earlier, some great defensive stops behind the plates for both teams. So 2 on, runners at the corners, and 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. And that breaking ball is in the dirt again to even up the count at 2. Chadwick checks the runner back to first. Mendoza out there taking some large leads. And the 2-2 pitch, and that is going to hit McNeil to load the bases with only 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
It's a shame that hit him because Chadwick probably had to play at first. This is Mendoza who was at first before that. He was probably about halfway to second.
Well, that'll bring up Ricky Pato, but there will be a mound visit. Going to talk it over with Agigi. Umpire gives him a little extra time as he brushes off the plate. Left fielder Ricky Pato is 1 for 2 on the day. He singled his last at bat. Also has a walk. And the meeting breaks up. Everybody runs back to their positions. Bases loaded, 1 out here, top of the 8th for Ricky Pato. Steps in to face Ben Agee. And that breaking ball just misses the zone inside. And the 1-0 pitch. And that is hit high into left field. And Zorn out there is not going to get it. That's going to score 1. He drops the ball at the track. That's going to score 2, 3. And just like that, it's 5-3 as Pato is going to reach second with a double. Just some sloppy fielding out there by Angelo Zorn. Did a good job of getting to the ball out there at the fence, but then bobbled it trying to pick it up.
Looks like we have another pinch hitter here. It'll be Jason Summers.
Jason Summers in for Mike Winokur in the 8th spot.
Played 2 years at Contra Costa College before transferring to Academy of Art University.
And that pitch misses high. Tall righty steps back in the box. And that pitch misses the outside corner, so 2-0. Only 1 out and a runner on second here in the top of the 8th. Pato with a bases clearing double to put 3 runs up on the board for the Kings. And that pitch is high. Agigi checks the runner and gets set to deliver to the 3-0 pitch, and that is in there for a called strike. Looks like Summers wanted to start making his trot down to first. Home plate umpire said not yet. And 3-1 pitch. And that breaking ball is hit down the left field line, but foul. So good job by Agigi going from 3-0 to now a full count, 3-2. The sun drops back behind our right shoulder, giving us a lot of light. And that is hit high into center field. Isaiah Verrett charging in, and makes the catch.
Yeah, he initially broke back on that ball, thinking the wind was going to carry it more, but it was more of just a jam shot into shallow left center. He was able to run in and make the snag.
Yet another good play out there in center field from Verrett. That is going to bring up Colin McCarthy, who flied out to second in his at-bat. And that pitch misses the zone. So if Ben Agiagi can get out of this inning with any further damage, it would be a good sign for the Mudcats with a 2-run lead as they lead 5-3 here in the top of the 8th, and that is fouled back. 1-2 now to McCarthy. So the 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. So 2-2 to Colin. And that is hit well into left field. Charging in is Zorn. He's not going to be able to catch it. Scoring all the way from second is Pato. So 5-4 now as the Kings have put up 4 runs here in the top of the 8th. Reaching safe with a single. Colin McCarthy. It's going to bring up the top of the order, Stefan Wraith.
That's a big hit because a ball in the gap here probably could score the runner from first and tie this game up.
So Gee gets set, and that breaking ball misses outside. Yeah, with this wind and the sun here in the late afternoon, anything is possible. And that is hit into right field, and it's going to drop. Harwell grabs it, throws it in. It gets cut off by the shortstop. But McCarthy's able to make it all the way to third, and Wraith has a single. So the tying run on third, go-ahead run on first, and that's going to bring up Dylan Cole. Gonna be another mound visit, and this could be the end of the day for Ben Agiagi, and it is. So he's had a rough go of it here in the 8th inning.
Looks like the new pitcher is gonna be Chris Bruner. Pitched for Clark University this past season, but before that he pitched for the Solano Falcons. Yeah, for Benegui, definitely not the outing he wanted. Not the outing he wanted. Giving up 4 runs here and leaving 2 runners on.
We're going to take a look at Bruner here. Looks like this will be his first appearance. See what kind of stuff he has as he gets warmed up. Solano Mudcats holding on to a 1-run lead over the West Coast Kings here in the top of the 8th inning. We're at Vanden High School in Fairfield, California. This is a home game for the Mudcats. Temperature has dropped from 75 down to 69 degrees. The wind has been relentless. Our notes, scorebooks, mixer, desk, everything covered in dust. Dylan Cole, designated hitter for the Kings, making his way into the box. Runners at the corners, and 2 outs for Cole. Some good leads by both runners. And the pitch is down in the dirt. 1-0.
So unless he steals, Jasmine, once he gets a hit, or if he gets a hit, call the hitter down first base.
And the 1-0 pitch, and that is fouled back and out of play. Wraith with a large lead over there at first, trying to see if ball hit out to the outfield, he would like to try and score to put the Kings up. And Wraith is going, and that is hit into right field. There is Harwell playing the wind. He jives and is unable to get it. Scoring around from first is Wraith. McCarthy scored. And in there with the double is Dylan Cole. And just like that, the Kings lead the Mudcats 6-5. We've talked about it all day. The weather today is going to be a factor, and you could definitely see it on that pop up to right field.
It looks like he both lost it in the sun and just couldn't read it in the wind. See, he was playing more over towards center, but he didn't go over far enough to catch up to that ball.
Center fielder Justin Clark up now. Clark's got 2 singles and a double. 3 for 5 on the day. That first pitch is in there for a called strike. Kings playing right now with their first lead of the game, as that breaking ball is in there. A called strike too. That was a big arcing curveball there.
Yeah, on a normal day, that's probably just a routine fly ball because, I mean, you've already got the right fielder playing more towards center field with the wind, and the wind also adding some trickiness to that.
That is hit down the third baseline, out of the reach of Medina. Coming in to score is Cole, and making his way over to second with a stand-up double is Justin Clark. So 7-5 now. The West Coast Kings have something cooking here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, if you're the Mudcats, this is just a nightmare inning. You had a great outing from Edgar Cruz, giving you 7 shutout innings, but now the bullpen blows it for you, giving up 7 runs here in the 8th inning.
It's going to bring up another pinch hitter, and that is a pass ball. Clark's going to make his way over to third. Oh, now up is John Waite. John White.
I'd say Waite.
Waite? I will. And it is a 1-0 count. 2-0 now. We'll just call him John. Justin Clark over at third on that pass, or wild pitch. And that is high. And that'll make its way in there. 3-1. Waite walked in his last at bat. Taking over for Jaden Kebab, and he'll draw his second walk. Make his way over to first. That's going to put runners at the corners for Logan Mendoza.
Now these guys are batting for the second time in the inning. The Kings have batted around already.
Mendoza reached on a fielder's choice as he fouls that one back. The Mudcats win into the top of this inning with a 5-0 lead, and now they're looking at being down by 2, as that is a big swing and a miss from Mendoza for an 0-2 count. Momentum is a real thing in baseball, folks. And that pitch just misses the zone. 1-2. Bruner looks in and delivers the breaking ball, and that too just misses the zone. That's going to make it 2-2. Bruner would have definitely liked to have that one. There it is. Called strike 3. Logan Mendoza is going to be the last one up for this inning, but not before the Kings can put 7 on the board to take the lead. It is now 7-5. Up next will be in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Harwell, Waldachuk, and Zorn.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn. We have a 100% pass rate with our examiner.
I'm Kevin Spolstra, instructor, Solano Community College Aeronautics. At Solano Community College Aeronautics program, we teach the students aviation maintenance. We teach them the general subjects, the airframe subjects, and the power plant subjects. The students will also be prepared to pass their multiple tests from the FAA. At Solano Community College, we also have a partnership with Delta Airlines. Through Delta Tech Ops, students that complete the program, they will be considered for employment as an aviation maintenance technician.
James Harwell, the right fielder, set to lead off for the Mudcats. We have a new pitcher for the Kings. It is Joe Jennison, right-handed reliever out there. The Kings take the field with their lead for the first time today, scoring 7 back in the top of the 8th. They lead 7-5 here at Vanden High School in Fairfield, California. Harwell had a tough go of it out there in right. The wind definitely took a pop-up away from him. What looked to be routine ended with him diving to his left and unable to catch it for the out. Harwell's 3 for 3 on the day. 3 singles. And that is fouled off at the plate. Steps back in. 0-1 is the count. And that doesn't make it. Even it up at 1-1. You can see the dust kicking up around home plate. The 1-1 pitch, and that is a check swing that didn't get checked. The ball made its way to the backstop for a 1-2 count. Looks like We've got number 5, Nick Piper on deck. And that is a third strike. So Harwell will strike out. That'll be number 5, Nick Piper.
Number 5, Nick Piper.
Looks like Piper's hitting 368.
He's coming off a solid year for Cal Poly. Hit 295.
And the 1-0 pitch and a big swing and a miss by Piper. So it's a 1-2 count now. On deck is Angelo Zorn, left fielder, and that is a big sweeping breaking ball in there for called strike 2. The 1-2 pitch is another breaking ball, but this time swinging and not able to get it to drop. Justin Clark out there in center makes the catch.
1-2 outside brings up the left fielder, number 1, Angelo Zorn.
So with 2 outs, left fielder Zorn comes up. Zorn has a couple of walks and a double. And that's a big swing and a miss from the lefty. It's like Jennison's wasting no time out there. And that is in the dirt, almost catching the foot of Zorn. But that'll even up the count 1-1. Pitch from Jennison is high. It's like Justin Clark in center's playing a couple of steps to his right, my left. Other than that, a pretty straight up defensive alignment as Zorn has now worked the count to 3-1. And that is hit, but right at first baseman Waite, and he'll jog over to the end of the inning with the unassisted putout. So that'll do it. The Cats go down, the Fish go down in order. 1, 2, 3 inning. And that's going to bring up top of the 9th. The Kings lead 7-5.
The idea of this space is to allow students to be creative.
You get to design whatever you want.
They help you get an idea, and then you can just go from there.
From 3D printing, laser cutting,
hydraulics, electronics.
It's incredible what people have done.
We had employers come in and tell us, we need these skills.
The teachers are really helpful.
Super supportive if you have no experience.
I've had a fantastic time. I've learned a lot.
Hi, Christine Manny, full-time instructor at Solano College Theater. Have you ever been interested in coming into theater? Come over to Solano College and find out what it's all about. You can take classes, you can be involved in many different ways, and just come talk with us. Check us out at www.solano.edu/theater.
Looks like the Mudcats have a new pitcher. His name is... wait for it, it's coming. Christian Harkey. A right-handed reliever. We'll get a chance to watch him warm up here. So that was a nice cutter that he threw there.
He played for Savannah State way out in Georgia this season.
Looks like he's also a hard thrower. Get to watch him finish up his warm-ups here. That'll bring up the catcher, Dylan McNeil, to lead off here at the top of the 8th. You are listening and watching the Solano College Sports Network. I'm Stephen Bath. Here in the booth with me is Nathan Farmer. And that sails straight to the backstop, just a bit high. I think that is a ball to make it a 1-0 count. He had some heat on there, though. And there's number 2.
It's progressively getting a little bit lower with those pitches.
There is a movie of which I love called Major League. And Dylan McNeil doing his Wild Thing impersonation. And that is another high fastball, this time in the glove of Chadwick. So it's a 3-0 count now to Dylan McNeil.
So based on those first 3 pitches, this one should be right down the middle.
And it's a 4-pitch walk to lead off the top half of the 9th inning. Harkey hitting the glove with the last 2 pitches, so it looks like he's definitely starting to settle down here. That's going to bring up left fielder Ricky Pato. He doubled in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he had that bases clearing double. It was one of the big hits in that top of the 8th inning.
And there's another pitch just a bit high to the backstop. So 1-0 now to Pato. And on that pass ball, McNeil made his way over to second. And there's another high fastball, but not as high as we've seen. 2-0. There we go. 2-1 now as the Mudcats dugout erupts in cheer.
This can't be a comfortable at bat for Pato.
And that's another high fastball. Let's see Harkey get settled out there now. And there's a called strike, so that'll make it a full count to Ricky Pato. Got Dylan McNeil out on second base with a good lead. And there's another high fastball. That'll be 2 walks to start the 9th. That's going to bring up Jason Summers. Jason flied out to center in his first at-bat. He was able to relieve Mike Winokur. The righty gets set and delivers another high fastball. This is a bit of an overstride. Second baseman jogs in to talk it over with Harkey. Maybe give him some advice on how to get that fastball down a little. So the 1-0 pitch is delivered, and it's another high fastball. It's a good job by Chadwick. To a pitch, and that's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. Maybe that is the key. Off-speed pitches. And there's another one, and this time it is just tapped foul to even up the count 2-2.
You got to give props to Chadwick. I mean, he's been catching 8 innings behind the plate. He's coming straight out of high school. He can't be used to. I mean, he's used to catching 7 innings, and he's making these snags on these high fastballs.
And there's another foul tip straight back, and Chadwick catches that one off the chest. So the count remains 2-2. Harkey out there looking in. Chadwick gives him the signs, and the righty gets set. And that was a great pitch, but fouled back and out of play.
Yeah, those breaking balls have definitely helped him settle down a little bit.
Yeah, that was the lowest location we've seen on a fastball yet. And there's a high one, but Summers swung at it and fouled it back and out of play again. We're going to stay at 2-2. So no outs, 2 runners on, 2-2 count, 2-run lead. Deuces wild. And that breaking ball is hit right over to the third base coach. We will stay wild. Hopefully not too wild. Summers collects himself, steps back into the box. And a big swing and a miss and a strikeout. Great job there by Harkey battling this 9th inning. So I'll give the Mudcats their first out of the top of the 9th, and that's going to bring up Colin McCarthy. Singled back in that monster 8th inning. And that breaking ball just misses the zone low. So we've got runners on the corners for McCarthy. Excuse me, runners on first and second. My mistake. Two-0 count now to McCarthy. And that pitch is in there. Great fastball by Harkey. And that breaking ball has McCarthy way out in front. Two and 2. And another strikeout. So 2 back-to-back strikeouts after giving up 2 walks to start the inning. He's going to bring up top of the order Stephen Wraith.
That brings up the third baseman, number 25, Stephen Wraith.
So the lefty steps in and swings at that high fastball. If Harkey can get out of this inning after the start that he had, it's got to be pretty happy with it. And that breaking ball is in there, called strike 2.
Yeah, he's definitely, I mean, he looks like a completely different pitcher out there, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not sure he's not after Pridey came in and talked to him. There's a high fastball. Yeah, after those 2 walks when Pridey came in and had a little chat with him, it seemed to really turn the tides, and that breaking ball is just off the outside corner. As my scoring book here starts to fly away. Pencil goes. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. So 3 strikeouts after giving up 2 walks from Chris Harkey. That's going to end the top half of the 9th inning. It's going to be the last chance for the Mudcats as we head into the bottom half of the 9th. They're down by 2. Kings up 7-5.
College just got affordable. Up to 100% of enrollment fees can be reimbursed for first-time college students taking full-time classes. At Solano Community College, we are taking full advantage of this to further your future. With certificate and degree programs in industrial technology, aeronautics, biotechnology, and many others, Solano Community College is a staple for success. For more information, please contact the Financial Aid Office at 707-864-7000.
I'm Diego Moyano. I'm a USTA lead national coach. We are here at Solano College courts trying to win this 100,000 that North Bay put together, and hopefully we can get the trophy.
Joe Jennison still on the mound for the West Coast Kings. We saw in the top half of the inning Chris Harkey do his best Ricky Vaughn impression from the movie Major League. Ricky Wild Thing Vaughn. I don't recall seeing fastballs go straight to the backstop so many times.
Yeah.
Hey, but when you follow that up with 3 swinging strikeouts, it's a great way to recover. Leading off the bottom half of the 9th, be the catcher Adam Chadwick. Adams had his work cut out for him behind the dish today. Solano's down to their last 3 outs. See if they can come back from this 2-run deficit.
On the sack, let's go, 90 feet.
And that fastball is hit. Not very hard, high, back behind second base, and that's going to be put away. I can't quite. I think that's Summers. I can't see. I've got too much dust in my eyes. Yes, that is Jason Summers out there at second to put it away for the first out of the inning. That pitch is in their inside corner. I believe that's Jack Pridey. And then Jason Pridey, my mistake. So no 2 count, and that check swing is hit high, foul down the third baseline, and not able to make the catch. Stephen Wraith had a glove on it, but it dropped. So it's going to stay an 0-2 count. And that pitch is in the dirt, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is a big swing and a miss for a strikeout. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Going to bring up Hunter Duro, third baseman for Solano Mudcats. 0 for 3 on the day, 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. And that just misses the zone. 1-0. And that's high and tight. 2-0 the count. Jennison gets set and throws a strike at the knees. 2-1. 3-1 now to Hunter DeRoe. And that misses. Thought that was.
That was ball 4.
Oh, you're right. It was 3-1. So we're up top of the order, Isaiah Verrett with 1 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Isaiah is due. It's 0 for 4 on the day. And that is high and tight. So the tying run at the plate. And that is in there for a called strike to even up the count. 1-1. Good lead over there at first, and that breaking ball misses inside. DeRoe definitely taking a good lead out there. And the 2-1 pitch, and that is hit into left field. It's going to drop and die in the grass. DeRoe is going to make it to second, and Isaiah is on first to keep the inning alive. That's going to bring up designator Wesley Galloway. So the Mudcats looking to keep the line moving here. The 2-out rally that they've starting to get going, and they're going to have a little mound visit. The West Coast Kings want to talk a few things over. And it breaks up, so there's 2 on and 2 outs. They're down by 2. And the Mudcats are sending the designated here, Wesley Galloway, up to the plate. Lefty taps home plate. Gets set. And the pitch from Jennison is a fastball outside. Galloway represents the go-ahead and winning run at the plate. And that is hit well into right field. It's going to drop. And what an arm from Winokur out there in right field, able to get it all the way in on a rope to home plate.
And he's doing his best Ramon Laureano impression right there.
DeRoe is unable to score, but the bases are now loaded.
The tying run is at second base, so a base hit, just a single to the outfield, could tie this game up.
Josh Medina steps into the box. 2 outs, bases loaded, and that fastball is in on the inside corner. It's the kind of stuff you dream about when you're a kid playing in the backyard. Down by 2, bases loaded, 2 outs. And that is in the dirt. Great block there by McNeil. So Jennison is in a little bit of trouble after the first 2 outs of the inning. The Mudcats looking to stay alive here in the game. And that is high and tight, right under the chin of Medina. And the pitch, and that is hit. And it's not going to make it out of the infield. There to put it away was Hendrick, getting the force out at second. And that's going to do it. just a little bit short there by the Mudcats. They were threatening here in the bottom of the ninth with bases loaded and 2 outs, but not able to finish the job. The Mudcats took a 5-0 lead into the 8th inning, where the West Coast Kings put up 7 runs to take a 2-run advantage, and the Mudcats just weren't able to recover.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a tale of 2 ball games. I mean, you have everything before the 7th inning where Edgar Aqui Cruz was just totally cruising. He was pitched 7 shutout innings and totally shut down the Kings. But once they went to the bullpen, the Kings just blew open the game.
So that's going to do it for us here at Vanden High School in Fairfield, California, where the Solano Mudcats drop a tough one to the West Coast Kings, final score of 7-5. For everybody here on the broadcast and Solano College Sports Network, and for my broadcast partner, Nathan Farmer, I'm Stephen Babb, and we'll be right back here again tomorrow with another Mudcats game. Hope you tune in.